Guys, welcome back to Hosty Travels. Today we're going to be going over some questions that you guys have asked me in the past, and I'm going to take this time in this video to answer a couple of those questions, okay? So the very first question that I'm going to answer, guys, is can you run the RV without the generator? I'm sure you hear the generator humming in the background. It's at its maximum right now. I think it sounds like it anyways. But that's because inside Erica is running a few high-powered things. Not really sure what she's running right now, but that's the only time you'll really hear the generator like that. But to answer the question, yes, you can run the RV without the generator, and it could be totally quiet if you enjoy that. Just know that you can't run a TV, okay, because it runs off of a solar panel that's on the roof, and it pretty much powers this battery here. This is a deep cycle battery, and as you can see, it's only one. So if you beef up your battery bank, and also if you beef up your solar panels and things of that nature, then you can pretty much run those type of things with the solar panels on top of the roof or wherever you chose to put them. A lot of people just get the portable ones and sit them out in the sun, face them whichever direction they want, and if that works, that's great, guys. But that's one option. We just are choosing to run the generator right now because we're charging things. We use the outlets. The computer is plugged in, the televisions, the DVD players and stuff like that. We do have a portable generator though. It's really small. I think it'll power really pretty much anything. I've plugged all type of things in there. Say, answering the first question that I've been asked, can you run the RV without the generator? The answer is yes, you can. You can run the lights, you can run the hot water heater, you can run the stove. You can't run the microwave, you can't run a television, and the outlets doesn't work either. So you would have to pretty much plug up the generator for that. But if you have other means of ways to make things power like we do, we have a portable generator. It's like a Jackery box, but it's not. Pretty much does the same thing. Those type of devices can power things when you don't want to hear the generator. So at night when Erica wants to sleep, I'll plug in the television and I'll plug in the DVD player in this generator, and surprisingly, guys, it actually lasts for a really long time. I can watch a whole movie and everything, and that's charging my phone and everything at the same time. So if you get something like that, then you definitely can make it work and you don't have to hear the generator, guys. So let's get next question I had was, how does the generator work? Okay, so you have different type of generators. This is a generator inverter, pretty much like a power source to the power lines like you see here or something, to your house. But this is portable, and this is made by Predator. This thing is crazy. I mean, it is cool in the sense of it handles everything inside of the RV with no problem. We have actually, in the test run, when we first got this thing, we turned on everything inside, the microwave, the coffee pot, we turned on the AC on the roof, the TVs was on, you know what I'm saying? And this thing was sounding exactly like you hear it right now. And as I'm looking at the screen right here, it's not at its max, but this thing is a beast because it handles this particular rig with no problem. Now, if you get a bigger rig, this is a 30 amp cord that you see here on the ground. You simply plug that in. It has an adapter. If you take the adapter off, then you can plug this inside of a normal household. I'm sorry. You can plug this inside of a normal household. And that's pretty much it. The other end goes inside the RV itself. So you can definitely do this. This is pretty much easy. It's an electric start and it has a pull string. I've never had to use the pull string ever because it's always started right up, So being that if it's in a cold climate, you probably have to prime it first. Being that it's inside of this box here and it's warm out here, the sun's just beaming down on it. I started it this morning and it started right up. So this thing right here pretty much powers the AC and all the electrical outlets when we don't want to use the generator. Okay guys, so the next question that I had was, are we afraid to leave our RV in a place like this, which is boondocking, what we consider boondocking in our RV world? And the answer to that question is no, I'm not. I used to be in the beginning when we first started doing this, but the RV community is just like any other standard, suburban community or any community period, where, you got people that's gonna make sure you good. I mean, they really do look out. Shout out to everybody who live the RV life, camp life, van life, vehicle life. It's dope, I have a whole different mindset about these things. So in the beginning, we didn't do a lot of things in here. We didn't cook, we didn't use the bathroom, we didn't use the shower, but eventually we started doing those things. And when we started doing those things, it became very much easier to maintain. And not only just that, just to learn how to use it so we'll know just how to operate the RV. But to answer that question simply, guys, no, because they make devices where these things are anti-theft. In the beginning, we would pull it out somewhere and leave it, and then, you could just pull right up to it with a trailer hitch and hitch it up and keep going with it. And those are the things that I used to think about. Erica, she didn't think about those things like that, but I did, guys. So I just want to show you what we use when we leave our RV just anywhere. So right over here on the side, you see we have a wheel lock, and they make these in all different sizes. You can get two if you need to. We only have one. We had two in the beginning, but we sent the other one back because the key didn't match the lock. So that was something that we got off of Amazon, and this thing is really, really, really cool. Now, honestly, guys, if somebody really wanted it, you could just take the tire off, put another tire, and still keep going. But there's something else for that too. Okay? Besides the fact that this thing is GPS located, okay, when we come up here to the couple, I'm gonna go over here in the shade. You see I have a lock on here. Now this lock can be cut. But guess what? This is not the only lock that we put on here, you know what I'm saying? We got a lock that can't be cut because it's a circle lock and there's no way to penetrate it, period. So just wanting to kind of show you these things. And again, if you wanted to put a second wheel lock on over here, then, I just don't, because I don't see the need to. Don't really feel the need to, Nobody not going around stealing trailers, to be honest with you. And I would say, guys, if you feel that way, definitely don't leave it, period. Don't even be where you are. We're at a primitive space here in Colorado, but one thing I will say is this space is great, and there are a lot of people in the back of the park. This is the very beginning here, guys, and I wanted to do that because we're about to get ready to leave here after this video, and I want to back the truck in, hitch up, pull it straight out, keep going, and we'll keep making our way east this way back towards Nashville, guys. So that's another question that I hope I answered for you guys. They do make things, you can have the wheel locks on, you can lock your couple. They even make some way better than this. You can put this lock on if you want. You could put this lock on, but they also make a couple that goes inside. It's like a ball, and it goes inside, and it's a plate that covers this whole entire thing. And it cannot be unlocked, guys, trust me. So those are things that you can do, to kind of prevent somebody from just pulling your trailer off too. All right, guys, sorry about the noise. Back to the truck again. The last question was, what do I do about my hitch when I'm not connected to the trailer, okay? So my towing system that I use, usually you see a lot of people keep theirs connected. Well, just keep in mind, some people have really pricey locks that goes on these things. And I'll try to get a little bit closer to show you guys. But right there where the hole is on the side, I get my finger in the view, okay? Right here where the hole is on the side, you pretty much can buy a lot that can be broken and stick it through there if you want to keep your bitch on. I don't have that one, so I pretty much just got the regular version, and you just take it off, okay? We take off the torsion bars, and we take off the hitch itself, and we just throw everything inside, because honestly guys, that's how we move this thing around, and you need those to be able to hook up your sway system and your weight distribution, which that's what these things right here are for. This is for the sway control, and this is also the other side of that weight distribution hitch, guys. So personally, I assembled these things. I wasn't real sure about them when I first did it, but this thing is in there, I mean, for real. And the more that we've done this, and you know, I check these things and I kind of give them a little tug just to see if it's moved around a little bit, and they locked in, guys. I'm very, very, very proud of myself for even tackling something like this without having any prior knowledge, just some know-how and just the mindset to get in there and do it. Hey guys, so another question that I always get asked is, do we have undercarriage lighting or lighting on the trailer that would illuminate the darkness in a dark area? You know, because we've stayed in some pretty dark areas, I admit, but that has been so beautiful looking at the stars, something you can't see in the city because of the light pollution and things of that nature, guys. But I will say, yes, we do have lighting. It's not undercarriage lighting because I haven't gotten that far yet. I had actually got some LEDs to go under that were remote control and motion sensor. But those lights, I kind of thought it through, and I thought that maybe that wouldn't be the best idea, because I figured we'll be dragging this thing through all different type of weather and stuff like that, in which we have in some dusty, dirty roads. And I figured they would come from under the trailer and, you know, I would lose them. So I would highly recommend these style lights, as you guys see right here on the nose. I got these from Walmart, and these things are great. You know, they actually don't let the little size fool you guys. If you need something bigger, get something bigger. If you want the big solar version, you can get that. I just didn't want to put a bunch of things, you know, that were intrusive. I wanted something that was kind of really not noticeable, but could do the job. And this thing with brand new good batteries will illuminate all of this area up to the trees right here. I turned it on last night. I'll turn it on for you guys. Right now it's on the motion sensor, but it's daytime obviously. But that's how it looks when it's on at night. And now it's on auto, so if somebody walk past it or whatever, or something out here or whatever, you know, when I come outside, if it's on, then I look around the corner because I want to know why it's on, you know what I mean? And then I also have one here on the side of the rig as well, and it operates the same way, motion sensor, and now it's on auto. I keep it on auto even while we traveling. Excuse me guys, got a little hiccup right there, but for the most part, I keep them on while we traveling. They are detachable. You could just slide it out like this. It's held on by some of the best 3M tape I've ever seen, and it just has these little dollar store batteries, Family Dollar, but they really have been doing the job because it's not on all the time. So you can easily change the battery if you need to. Pop that guy back inside just like that, and that's pretty much it. And this is our 30 amp cord on this side here. So that's what pretty, and the reason why, because Erica wanted to know why I didn't place it somewhere closer up front. Well, it's because the light up front, before I stuck it there, I actually turned it on and just kind of moved it around to see where I wanted it to be. And with it being there, it actually illuminates right there where you see the shadow, so it covers a little bit in the road here up to this point where I showed you guys, all the way on the other side. And so I figured, that was enough. This one right here, sometimes we have to come out here and deal with the sewer if we hooked up to a park. Some RV parks are very dark. Some people don't use the LEDs on their rig, but I'll show you those in a second. And this is our dump station, pretty much, the docking station, what they call it in the RV life. So you pretty much dump your black and gray tank here, and then you hook up your hose to this end. It's pretty simple, and I would say self-explanatory, guys. Anybody could do it. I actually didn't have this down tight enough. But yeah, so sometimes we have to come over here, or I have to come over here and access these things. And if I do, I definitely want light to be on this side. So that's the reason why I placed it here, because not only does it handles the whole side of the rig, even out in the road here, it actually catches just a little corner of the back going this way. And that's cool. And I don't have one on the back, but as you see, we do have the camera right there. So those things are all good. I'll walk you guys around and show you the LEDs on the front. Normally on every RV it has some type of lighting. I guess the bigger the RV, the more outside lighting it will probably have. Something similar to a porch light on a house. But these are our porch lights on our house. They are up under the awning, and when the awning's rolled in, they angle perfectly right down to the ground. Even when the awning's out, they still angle perfectly right towards the ground. It also lights up the door, the stairways, and all of those things. It's very easily seen when we're trying to find our rig, and it is very cool to have those, to be able to light up a really, really, really dark area. So I'm not sure if you guys can really see those. If you can, yeah, okay, I see it now. That's cool. So yeah, that whole little strip that you see right there is the LED, and it runs the whole length of the awning, not the RV itself, but just the awning. And that's pretty much all the lighting we need on this side. And then we got it covered on the back side and the front side, and the cameras on the back anyways. So again, guys, I hope I answered some of your questions, and I hope this was helpful to you in some type of way. If you have any more, drop them down in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. If you're new to the channel, if you have subscribed already, thank you to the ones who have. We're going to get going here on our next journey, guys, and hopefully we'll see you out on the road.